Don Beebe would chase me down.
Yes.
Unfortunately. All right. We got to get to Pete Medhurst, Ellerby. Anything else going on?
Nah, just a lot of great stuff going on at Pirate Radio, getting ready for football season. Man, it is coming fast. Go to our website, pr927fm.com. Get your party tickets. Chairman of the board. All proceeds will go to the new Jeff Charles Scholarship at ECU. Check out the Jeff Charles raffle. The tickets are selling fast. $100. You could win $10,000. Man, just... I don't know, man. It's an exciting time of year. I mean,
excitement time.
A lot of a lot of people are like, hey, what do you do during the summer? I mean, July and August are to me, some of the most exciting months because there's so much potential, so much things on the table, so much to discuss, including the point spread today. 35.5 and 52.
Yep.
Let us know what you think, Pirate Nation. We'll be here all week, all the way till whenever.
And coming up this week, tentatively scheduled to talk to some former baseball Pirates. Tyler Brott is going to be scheduled to join us coming up Tuesday on the show, selected by the Cardinals. Looks like we're going to hook up with Josh Moylan on Wednesday, as he is now a part of the New York Yankees organization, and also have reached out and talked to Landon Ginn, who signed with the Cubs, and planning to talk to him on Thursday. So try to catch up with these guys, talk about what they are up to now, Ellerby, as they look to make it to the next level.
Yeah, and then more football on Thursday. Phil Steele, the guy that writes the college football Bible every year. You got to get out there and get that at Barnes & Noble. It's a great. I know you have it in here every day. I know you're thumbing through and getting great information. So a lot of great content coming to your airwaves, and then always great stuff on our social media. How about the pro guys this weekend? Gavin had a good start, good game against the Rangers. Just didn't get any run support. Lost 2-0, and then
Burley's red hot,
and so is Connor Norby up at Norfolk, up in AAA. So it's fun to see the guys, the former athletes, especially all the baseball guys. Right, it's cool to have the guys in the Major League Baseball now. I remember when Seth Maness was kind of the Lone Ranger in MLB for a while, but certainly a lot. Jeff Hoffman got a win for the Phillies. I know you don't like to talk about that because it's your Braves.
The White Sox beating the Braves in a series over the weekend.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it? We'll talk to Patrick Mason about that later this week.
The Braves, had to cool off at some point.
Yeah.
They're going to lose 10 to 12 at some point. So they might as well go ahead and do it now and then get re-hot again, right?
They'll be all right. On the Buccaneer Music Hall Winners Circle, presented by The Buck. Martin Truex Jr. just won in New Hampshire, a rainy Sunday. So they raced today, and Martin Truex picking up the win in New Hampshire. So there you go. Talk about that with Coach Mack coming up on Tuesday.
Nice. I was just thinking the same thing.
We'll take a time out, come back. When we return, Pete Medhurst joins us. We'll get a Navy off-season recap and talk about the midshipmen and more with Pete Medhurst when we're back on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earned 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Take control of your health today with ArcPoint Labs. Are you a woman interested in your overall health? The ArcPoint Labs Women's Health Panel is a routine wellness check that tests hormone levels, thyroid function, cholesterol levels, complete blood count, and more. A simple blood test at ArcPoint Labs can provide some answers to why you're not feeling your best. Visit arcpointlabs.com today or call 629-6228. ArcPoint Labs. Accurate, reliable, confidential testing. Visit artpointlabs.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hurry to Bustic Sugg Furniture's end-of-season sale for amazing once-a-season savings on stylish looks for your entire home. Right now, get $100 in MasterCard rewards cards for every $1,000 you spend. Plus, we pay your sales tax. Let us help you find the perfect mattress. Save 20% off. Plus, get $100 in MasterCard rewards cards for every $1,000 you spend on select mattresses. Get amazing savings during Bustic Sugg Furniture's end-of-season sale. Going on now.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear is your one-stop shop to help promote your business and always provide superior customer service. No matter what apparel you need for your team or customers, University Sportswear can make it happen. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
It's going to change. I promise you. As I stand here, it will change. Okay, and when it does, that stadium, it's going to be rocking, and heaven help whoever walks in there to play us.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Wood Ducks Baseball is back, and single game tickets are now on sale. You can get yours today by calling the front office at 252-643-5305, and you can visit them online at woodducksbaseball.com to check out schedules for games, giveaways, theme nights, and post-game fireworks. The Wood Ducks hope to see you out at historic Granger Stadium all season long. Go Woodies. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday as we continue to get you ready for the ECU football season. And we are up and running on Facebook Live and YouTube. So hello to you folks checking us out and chiming in there. We want to know who will score the first touchdown of the season for East Carolina this year when they go to the Big House and face Michigan. Will they score a touchdown against the Wolverines? The Pirates were shut out in their season opener back in 2019 against NC State. Shut out from the end zone, I should say. Did score 6 points in that game. But who's your first touchdown scorer? We will talk about that later on in today's show, but right now we will talk some Navy football and preview that game with Pete Medhurst, the play-by-play voice of the Midshipmen. He joins us here on Pirate Radio Live. Pete, how you doing, man?
Clip, good to be with you, man, as always.
Absolutely, and we're going down the schedule here, and another meeting with the Midshipmen. They have been a thorn in the side of the Pirates. It'll be at least a little bit different this year because we will not be seeing Ken Niumatalolo on the sideline. So, Pete, before we get going, can we go all the way back there and rehash that one more time? Just for folks that aren't privy to everything that went down there in Annapolis. So, why is Ken Niumatalolo not the head coach at Navy anymore?
Yeah, it's a fabulous question. And, anytime you have a coach that has been that successful and won as many games and meant to the program what he meant, whenever you feel like, and again, administrators get paid a lot of money for this, to make these big decisions. And, it's never easy. There's no doubt about that. But, I think if anything, the expectations set by, head coach Paul Johnson and then Ken Niumatalolo after he took over for him, they expect that same expectation every year. And, administratively, maybe they didn't feel that those expectations were being met and felt that maybe this was, time to go ahead and make a change. But it's never easy because, you won't meet a greater human being on planet Earth than Ken Niumatalolo. And I don't doubt he's going to add some value to the UCLA program, helping out Chip Kelly this coming season.
Yeah, and going into, 2020, Ken Niumatalolo had, if my numbers are right, I believe 10 winning seasons to 2 losing seasons there at Navy, and then 3 straight losing seasons, 2020, 2021, and 2022. So just not used to seeing those numbers for Navy under Ken Niumatalolo. Brian Newberry, who, look, I know the ECU coaches respect the heck out of Brian Newberry. Talked about him a lot ahead of the Navy meeting last year, and that defense held down what was a pretty good Pirate offense all year last year. Navy did a great job against them. So Brian Newberry takes over as head coach. Who's there running the offense? And of course, Pete, we have to ask, will it be the same, triple option offense we saw and that we've seen from Navy all these years?
Well, considering we haven't really, we had spring practice, but we haven't had a practice. And, the great thing about college football is, we don't get 3 exhibition games like the NFL does. So we really don't know what it's going to look like. I'm not sure they know what it's going to look like in totality until we see, some games being played and some things happen out there. Grant Chestnut takes over, a guy that obviously has run successful offenses before. It's certainly going to be still based with some option attack. I don't think. We're not going to come out here and look like the rest of college football running spread. But we've got some talent in the quarterback room. We're very deep in the quarterback room right now, and whoever wins that job, I think, is going to get a great chance to help Coach Chestnut mold this offense into what they want it to ultimately look like. And I think until they really see that under game conditions, I'm not sure they really know exactly. They have an idea what they want it to look like, but I'm not even sure they know really what it's going to look like at this point. And I think that's, I tell people all the time, and everybody that's asked me about it this offseason, most years I have a pretty good beat on what this team is going to look like. The last couple of years, because of the pandemic, I don't think any of us knew what it was going to look like after that. And, when you look at defections as a result of, the pandemic, kids that left the academy, and we suffered just as much as anybody, if not more, because of that. And, you have to try to adjust on the fly. And, an injury to Ty Levitai didn't help as well at quarterback. So, over the last couple of years, we've been trying to piece this thing together around injuries, around player defections. And, it was what it was. So I think we're looking forward to what's going to be a quality camp and 4 guys that really, 2 of them that have significant game experience in Xavier Arline and Ty Levitai, and 2 young guys in Teddy Gleaton and Blake Horvath, who are ready to compete like heck for this job. And think about it. I think the great thing that helps all 4 of them is it's a brand new canvas, wide open canvas, with quarterbacks coach Ivan Jasper still here. Coaching the men in that room. We know what he's done in the past with that position, and certainly the person that will win that job is going to earn it, because this may be the deepest competition we've had in quite some time at the quarterback spot.
Talking to Pete Medhurst, play-by-play voice of the Navy midshipman here today on Pirate Radio Live. Pete, East Carolina has not won a season opener since 2016. Kind of crazy to think. You got to go all the way back to that year when the Pirates beat Western Carolina. Navy has lost 3 straight season openers, and they have been, head scratchers. A couple of blowouts in there to BYU and Marshall. Marshall, then losing to Delaware last year. So, Pete, you say you don't know what this team's going to look like this offseason. You probably haven't recognized that team you've seen in season openers the last few years because they've come out and looked a lot better as the season's gone along. But that has been a bit of a bugaboo for the midshipmen here of late.
Well, I mean, you look at the last 2 years, and analytically, I mean, the team went up and down the field and just didn't finish drives, couldn't score, which is crazy. You look at that Marshall game, it's one of the more statistical anomalies that you'll ever see in a football game. Mids had plenty of yardage, go up and down the field between the 20s, turnovers, and the inability to finish drives really, killed Navy in both of those games. The BYU game you throw out the window because that was, the kids hadn't even practiced. We were simply meeting a schedule obligation in that game to start that season, basically, is what it was. Kids really hadn't practiced, hadn't tackled, hadn't been practicing with full contact. So, I'll throw that one out. The last two, though, I mean, you go up and down between the 20s, you can't finish drives. Give Delaware a lot of credit. They bowed their neck enough in between, the 20-yard line and the end zone. And let's face it, red zone defense, if you play it, you're going to give yourself a great chance to win a lot of football games. And Navy, ironically enough, has done that a decent amount, certainly since, Brian Newberry took over on the defensive side. So we all know, I mean, 7 beats 3 every time. 7 beats 0 every time. 8 beats 0 every time. No matter how you slice it up when you score in the red zone, the more points you score in the red zone, the better your chances to win are going to be. And if you can stop people in the red zone, you're going to win a lot of games. I mean, football is a real simple game. We complicate it with all this language and the X, the Y, the Z, and all kinds of fancy names for plays and all that other stuff. But this game is really simple. It's about blocking. It's about tackling. It's about executing in the end zone and the red zone in both ends of the field. And, the Navy, quite frankly, has not been as consistent in the red zone offensively as they had been in previous years under the triple option. You go back and look at our red zone numbers through the years, the reasons why we've been so successful was we were monsters in the red zone. And it was touchdowns. It wasn't field goals. It was touchdowns. We're talking 85% of the time getting touchdowns. And that just hasn't happened the last couple of years, and thus the Mids have been playing catch-up in a lot of games and lost a lot of close games as a result of it.
Well, Pete, how about the opener this year? And I'm looking at the Notre Dame Navy series, and I see games in San Diego, Jacksonville, Florida, also East Rutherford, New Jersey. Going back to the 90s, I do see a game in 1996. I don't remember this one in Dublin, Ireland, and Notre Dame a winner that day. Navy did have a streak between 07 and 10 where they won 3 out of 4 meetings against Notre Dame. Also beat the Irish in 2016. But how about this year in Dublin, Ireland to kick off the football season? You ready for that trip?
Yeah, we played them in 2012 in Dublin.
Okay.
Great trip.
Yeah.
Bad game. But ironically enough, it was Keenan Reynolds' freshman year, and he got a little mop-up duty in the fourth quarter. And, little did we know a few weeks later, when him coming in the fourth quarter against Air Force, and it would change Navy's fortunes for the next 4 years, with his insertion into the lineup in that Air Force game as well. I mean, it's Notre Dame. They're always going to be bigger, going to be a smidge faster at certain positions by the nature of the athletes that they create. But, the one thing that it gives you an opportunity to do is tell your players, hey, man, we got a chance to start our season in a big way. It's a great opportunity. You don't just fold because you're playing Notre Dame in the opening games, just like East Carolina's not going to fold because it's Michigan on the marquee. I mean, you're going to go there because it's a great opportunity. I mean, if you're an East Carolina fan, all you have to do is simply say, look, Appalachian State went up there and won, so why can't we? And I know East Carolina fans are going to say that because the name Appalachian State comes up a ton on the postgame show like that.
Yeah.
So, I hear it. So, look, it's opportunity. The big name program, they got great athletes, probably a lot of NIL money flowing through the coffers because it's a Big Ten school. Obviously, Notre Dame has tremendous advantages, being who they are. But, our kids are going to go there. They're going to be prepared. I know they're going to be prepared to play. I'm not sure I've ever seen a Navy team unprepared since 2002, to be honest with you. They're going to be prepared. There's been great coaches here, and there's great coaches here now. So they're going to be prepared to play. It's going to matter. I mean, look at the second half of the Notre Dame game last year. If Navy could have even remotely played that way and executed in the first half the way they did, they'd have run Notre Dame off the field. So we'll see what happens here coming up in the opener. But what a way for Brian Newberry to christen himself as the head coach of the program by going up against one of the great programs in college football.
Well, Pete will not be making the trip to Greenville this year. It'll be ECU at Navy coming up on November 18th. You will see kind of the other side of the state, though, Pete, with the trip to Charlotte. Looking at your schedule, some newcomers in the AAC on Navy's schedule. North Texas will go to Annapolis on October 7th. The week following that, you guys will go to Charlotte. You also will welcome in UAB, so you'll get a little taste of this new AAC. What do you think about the new teams? And you avoid UTSA. I think that might be a good thing, Pete, because they are looked at as one of the teams that could win this league this year.
Yeah, Frank Harris playing in Frank Harris is like Holt Bailey.
Yeah.
Played a ton of college football and staying in one place to do it. That's what I mean, Frank Harris could have easily shipped off, I think, to somewhere else for one more year of football had he wanted to, just like Holt Nailers could have. But Holton chose to stay there at East Carolina last year, and Harris is doing the same thing at UTSA this year. And look, I mean, they've done a great job in a short amount of time, relevancy, in Division I and playing football. But I think it's probably good that that's one of the teams that Navy is missing this year, because it's going to be a very experienced group. And when you're trying to do a lot of new things the way Navy's going to be, that's probably good that you're missing a team like that. Navy and North Texas have one of the greatest games in college football. Navy winning down there 74-62 under Paul Johnson, and one of the wackiest football games in college football history that afternoon down in North Texas. Obviously, we're all going to be interested to see what Trent Dilfer does as a head coach now at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. Obviously, Bill Clark laid a great foundation of work for that program. And, the bad thing for Bill, and you hated to see this because he's done so much there, you hate to see the fact that he didn't really get to see this all the way through now with this, emergence of the program after, basically the program went away. He brought it back, did a great job with it, has now built it to where they're obviously going to be in a much better position in the American. So I'm fascinated to see how the new league works out. But when all is said and done, I think UTSA, I think certainly, and look, let's go where the quarterbacks are. Tulane, Memphis. I mean, these are all teams. These three teams that got massive experience and great talent at the quarterback spot, and that's usually where in situations like this, that's where teams are going to find. You're going to find a lot of the wins with the teams that have tremendous quarterback play.
Talking to Pete Medhurst, and Pete, I always ask when we talk to the opposing teams' play-by-play voices about the transfer portal and NIL, and Navy is unique when it comes to other places, obviously. So, how much do those factor into where you are? Are there NIL opportunities for the Navy, the midshipman athletes? What about the portal itself, and how active is Navy getting guys out of the portal, or do the kids, want to go elsewhere and not have that regimented schedule that the athletes and students have and the officers at Navy? What's that like for you guys over there?
Well, I mean, for the portal's pretty much a one-way street.
Out?
Yeah, out. Not in. And there are no NIL opportunities at the Naval Academy. So, again, you're talking about, anytime a service academy going forward in today's college football environment wins football games, they're doing it at such a gigantic disadvantage. Granted, can we take more kids, than the, quote, 25 scholarship limit that, college football has? And obviously over the last couple of years, that's been expanded because of COVID and rosters that are much bigger than they've ever been. But, I think anytime you see a service academy finish 500 or better in today's environment, depending on the schedule that they play. I mean, let's face it, in terms of the grand scheme of things, Navy and Air Force play a different schedule than Army does. Army is an independent, gets games against whoever they can get a game against because of how bad it is right now. If you're not in a conference, it's tough to schedule. And you look at their schedule, and their schedule by far is a lot weaker than what Navy and Air Force go up against each and every year, because they're in a conference and in tough conferences that play a good level of football. So if you can manage, I think if anytime Navy and Air Force finish 500 or above based on the leagues they're playing in, the rules of college football right now, I think you tip your cap to those coaches and say that's a job well done, because the game conspires right now. College athletics conspires against the service academies because of the rules. And, you look at what Navy has done, certainly in the Olympic sports, we do a tremendous job. Our basketball program has been fantastic under Ed DeChellis here in recent years, despite, a sport that completely, goes against the service academies. So, I think overall, when you look at the health of our athletic program and the things that we're able to accomplish in the environment of today's, college athletics, I think, again, when you have 37 sports that you're putting resources in, our rugby team just won a national championship. It's really tremendous to see what this athletic department accomplishes, considering how much right now college athletics conspires against the service academies, who are definitely not playing on a level playing field. There's no doubt about it.
Man, yeah, that's interesting perspective. Pete Medhurst joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Jamie on YouTube has a question, Pete. He says, can a player transfer out if he's committed to the Navy? Does he not have to fulfill his, enlistment requirements? How about that?
The rule on that is if you sign up, basically what they call you sign your papers, which is the first day of your junior year. If you're there, first day of your junior year of school, you sign your papers, and usually you have to, meet the service requirement, which is 5 years to the Navy or Marine Corps following graduation. From time to time, people get disqualified because of medical conditions that are covered or uncovered or something like that, and someone is out. But otherwise, you can play your first 2 years, and then you can decide at that point, hey, maybe I'm not quite cut out for this. I gave it a shot, and thought I could make it happen, but not. And you're able to transfer out without any obligation. But as soon as you sign those papers for the first day of your junior year, you're usually committed for the 5 years following graduation to the United States Navy or Marine Corps, whichever career path. And there are several now. And that's the beauty of the Naval Academy, is you can get several different career paths that you can choose. And obviously, that's the NIL, as we like to say it, is after graduation. Guaranteed job, and obviously pretty good paycheck upon graduation, whereas we know there are a lot of people, that graduate college and start searching around, and they don't necessarily find, a ton of gainful employment at a high level of salary following. It's a very frustrating experience. If you go to the Navy or Marine Corps, you're making a pretty good salary upon leaving the Naval Academy, and obviously providing a great service to our country. And so many unselfish men and women that come to the United States Naval Academy every year that make that choice. And obviously we're very blessed that we have so many of them that choose to do that.
Pete, while I got you, we're running short on time, but want to ask you about an Eastern North Carolina guy committed to East Carolina, but went right to the Major League Baseball draft. Mackenzie Gore, selected by the Padres, traded to the Nationals, and we've seen him throwing for the Nats this season, and has looked good at times, been hit at times. So how about Mackenzie? How's he coming along? I think he's on the bump tonight for Washington.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's no doubt Mackenzie Gore is going to be the number one starter on this staff, not only this year, but going forward. He and Josiah Gray was acquired in a trade with the Dodgers. They're going to be the 1-1A, 1-2, whatever you want. That's the expectation of those two. And look, when Mackenzie's been on, he's been filthy. Mackenzie's own worst enemy is probably Mackenzie. And he is as competitive an SOB as you all know. I'm sure everybody in his neighborhood knows he's a competitive SOB out there on the mound, and sometimes that competitiveness maybe even gets the best of him out on the mound at times. But boy, when he has been good this year, you see exactly why everybody's so excited about him being a number one starter. And he's part of what the Nats are hoping is a very young core that's going to help them rebuild. I mean, we had 10 years of amazing baseball here in this town that obviously ended in a world championship in 2019, and the Nats are hoping that Mackenzie Gore is part of that building block going forward toward another eventual 10-year run of good baseball. But man, you look in the division and you look at what the Atlanta Braves have done already and signed those young stars up. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be an uphill climb, certainly for the Nats and every other team in the National League East as they try to get up to where the Braves are, and obviously what they look like they're going to be in the future as well.
Well, Pete, we're short on time. I'll save my Commanders questions for you next time. Maybe we can catch up one more time before football season starts. But we'll definitely track you down the week of East Carolina Navy later this calendar year. Awesome getting in touch with you. Thanks for the your time today and the great insight on Navy football and more, Pete. And we'll do it again in the future, certainly.
You got always here for you guys. Appreciate you.
All right, there is Pete Medhurst, play-by-play voice of the Navy midshipmen, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Got to take a break. Come back. We'll wrap up hour number 1 and have more for you here on PRL on a Monday. Back with you after this.
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram here in Washington, North Carolina. This just came in, just announced 10% off MSRP on all 23 Ram Bighorns. That's right, huge savings, 10% off window sticker on these 23 Bighorns. And it is that time of year, it is Wrangler season. We have a huge selection of Jeep Wranglers, Gladiators, soft top, hard tops. So come check us out here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
There's nothing like holding a freshly grilled Jersey Mike's cheesesteak. It's even better than holding a winning $1 million lottery ticket. For starters, Uncle Sam takes half. Then you buy some useless stuff, like a tiny suit of armor for your cat. And before you know it, your sister's cousins and Uncle Frankie come knocking on your door for handouts. Bing, bang, boom, you're back to zero. So if you want to play a winning number, order a number 17 Mike's Famous Philly. Freshly grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing, a sub above.
Serving those who serve is a lifelong mission, one that Budweiser supports with Folds of Honor. Together, they've been helping military families for over 13 years by funding life-changing scholarships. So join me in raising a Budweiser to raise funds for families for American heroes. Grab a case of Budweiser today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting our military veterans and the Pirate Nation since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023, Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owner's insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
The Rick House has a delicious new lunch menu. It's Chef K's Country Luncheon featuring the very best in country cooking Monday through Friday from 11 to 1. Plates are just $12.50 for hamburger steak with gravy, meatloaf, baked chicken, smoked ribs, brisket, and more. Our country sides include mac and cheese, collards, corn on the cob, mashed potatoes, southern greens, and much more. Plates are just $12.50. It's Chef K's Country Luncheon weekdays from 11 to 1 at the Rick House, 710 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Come get you some.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty. I've been in Greenville over 25 years. I'm a proud graduate of ECU. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, then give me a call today and let me help make your real estate process fun and easy. I keep it simple and explain the process every step of the way. My goals are your goals. There are no long-term contracts, and you always deal with me from start to finish. The right home starts with the right agent. Call me, Scott Harris, at 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Garrett Saylor, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
It's our party, we can do what we want. It's our party, we can say what we want. It's our party, we can love who we want. We can
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, great chat with Pete Medhurst, play-by-play voice of the Navy midshipman. We still have to talk Tulsa football, which I think we'll do next week with Bruce Howard. Also got to get FAU and Charlotte, and then we will be done with our summer ECU opponent previews for 2023. Usually after these chats, I'm kind of nervous. Everybody kind of talks their team up, and coming off this one, I didn't need Pete to say anything good about Navy for me to get nervous about this matchup, because Navy has really put it to the Pirates over the years. But I don't know. It seems like if you're going to get Navy, this would be the year to do it. Ken Niumatalolo out, but we'll see who is. They don't know who's going to be quarterbacking their squad this year, and they will face off against Notre Dame to begin the season. But Chandler Honeycutt, Navy, always a thorn in the side for the Pirates.
Yeah, that's always a team that when I look at the schedule for East Carolina each year, it's one of those you circle that one on the schedule, and that's one just about anybody that Navy plays has to prepare for them a little extra longer. Whoever plays Navy or has Navy on their schedule needs to prepare for them, like in the spring, early fall camp, to install the triple option. You ask them about what's this offense going to look like with the departure of Ken Niumatalolo, and he said, I don't know. He says, I don't know if they know, because we're going to have to see some games first. And so it's going to look a little different, and they're still looking to find a quarterback, but it sounds like they're going to have a lot of options at the quarterback position, because he did say that this is going to be probably the deepest competition in quite some time at Navy.
Looking at the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck. One live sporting event today that has already come and gone, and that is the NASCAR race up in New Hampshire. And Martin Truex Jr., the winner today in New Hampshire, so he gets the win. Coming up tonight, we got O's and Dodgers for you on Pirate Radio. We'll have that for you on Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday we'll recap the afternoon game at 5 o'clock with Mark Brown from CamdenChat.com. So big series in Baltimore as the Dodgers come to town to face the Baltimore Orioles, the red-hot Baltimore Orioles, 57-35 on the year. Mackenzie Gore on the mound tonight when Washington faces the Chicago Cubs coming up at 8:05. Burley Cardinals will be in action coming up at home tonight against the Marlins at 7:45. Some of the series beginning going on in Major League Baseball on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck.
Dub Buck.
Great place to hang out, catch live music, and watch a game and grab a cold one at the Buccaneer Music Hall.
And tomorrow night, go see DJ Captain Morgan for karaoke.
DJ Captain Morgan. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live on the way. We'll talk a little more about who will score the first touchdown for the Pirates. I've got some news. I've got some past data on that, and we'll take a look at the names and the games and how they transpired. We want to hear your answers as well, and we'll talk to our YouTube and Facebook audience when we return. Pirate Radio Live. Also, Brian Bailey coming up, hour 2. More to go. Pirate Radio Live back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all things automotive. Greenville Auto World is now under new ownership by the Cook Management Group, but still believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Tommy Cook and his team now have 5 dealerships in eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 or greenvilleautoworld.net. Pirates supporting pirates.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Oh, come on. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea. I did that. Don't play yourself.
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla.
Genius.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of Pip Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. Pip, where business goes to growth.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
I've got the magic in me. Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Double B Brian Bailey will join us a little later on this hour. Got some folks chiming in on Facebook and YouTube. Eric earlier said, somehow I feel like Chandler had a hand in the YouTube flub earlier.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but no, I did not.
Okay, all right.
I don't think anybody here did. I don't think it was...
Wait, was it outside job?
Could have been.
Was it just like
sabotage?
Just like football is conspiring against Navy? Was somebody conspiring against Pirate Radio?
Somebody could be.
Listen, all of y'all, it's a sabotage.
You never know in today's world.
I can't stand it. Know you planned it. I'm going to set it straight. This Watergate.
Man, you spitting.
Eric later said, Chan Man looking really confident right now. Maybe he nailed an ad sale during the first hour of the show.
I did not, but I do have
Eric, you're 0 for 2. You need to stop assuming things, especially when it comes to Chandler. That's right. Oh, Robert Skipper's here. He says, how are y'all? Skip, I'm doing good.
Good, Skip.
Skip, how are you?
Skip. Really, Skip.
How are you, Skip?
Hey, Skip. Skip.
Steve said, boom, 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 boys and girls. All right. Thanks for bringing that back.
Boom, boom, boom.
Good to see you. Let's see. Gil says, those who ensure the freedom to play D1 football are not provided an equal opportunity to make it to the national championship game. Thanks, ESPN and playoff committee. How unpatriotic of you both. ESPN and the playoff committee does not support the troops. Great interview with Pete Medhurst, and just some interesting things there on how, we feel like ECU is kind of behind the 8 ball when it comes to NIL and these Power 5 and the money and access to everything that allows the SECs and Big Tens and other conferences, what allows those schools to be what they are. And Navy might be even further behind East Carolina and the likes. So some interesting stuff there. Robert says, go to hell. Get a job.
Get a job.
Go to hell. Get a job. I think a lot of folks tune in to Pirate Radio for, the interviews that we have, the breakdowns for ECU, football, baseball, the like. Some people just want to hear
the sound bites.
And I get it. I mean, as a Rome fan back in the day, I would listen to Rome just to hear, give me back my son!
Give me back my son!
And sound bites. So I'm one of you. I totally get it. Absolutely get it. All right. Skip says, it's football time.
That's right, Skip.
I mean, I wish it was football time in the way that we could, watch football. But it is talk about football time. It is get ready for football time. It is get prepared for football time.
And I mean, it's that time. It's a really busy time in the sales world too. I mean, anytime it starts to get busy in sales, which you always want to be busy in sales, but that is right now, and that's because we're getting closer and closer to football season. It'll be here before you know it. We'll have the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff coming up on Thursday, and then also the Party of the Year is back, Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, honoring the voice Jeff Charles, and also the chairman of the board coming. So a very excitement time, as Coach would say.
Oh, are you setting up a clip?
Excitement time!
Yeah.
So it's a very exciting time, and I feel like the numbers of the David Price Construction have been going by pretty fast, because I remember the other day when we were announcing that it's 50 days away. It's not 50 days anymore, but on last Thursday it was 50 days away. It seems like just like a couple of weeks ago we were doing 100 days. And I was talking to somebody at Sports Trivia the other night about how as we get closer to football, the excitement's going to build, and then the days are going to go by slower. So, but yeah, it's going to be here before you know it. Pirates and the Wolverines coming up September 2nd. We will be with you at 8 o'clock on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
8 a.m., bright and early, 4-hour Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to kickoff. Then after the game, the fifth quarter call-in show, and excited for another year of that. And you guys riding along with us. John Moody, saw John earlier today, came by and picked up a prize, said in weather terms, we are in football warning time. So, okay, I see what you're saying, like thunderstorm warning, tornado warning. We were on a football watch, in June.
Yeah, now it's a warning. It's like, get ready.
And then, then it'll be here. Thank you, John. You always add something to the show.
John, that was a really good analogy.
John.
But, that was John. John, you just keep on being John.
John, you be John, we'll be us, and you be John.
I will be John Moody.
I've got a text from our friend Wager McGee. We need to get Wager on soon.
Yes.
Talk some college football odds and the like. And I don't know where this list comes from, but it is college football's 2023 all-name team. Now, I don't know how up to date this list is because it has an ECU player listed, who is no longer an ECU player? Do you know who that would be on the all-name team? And I Googled him up. I'm having trouble finding him right now. I cannot find Nemo Squire, who is listed on this team, but is in the portal, I believe. I don't know if he's come out of the portal.
I think he might be in there just roaming around.
If anybody has the ability or is able to find Nemo, let us know. Here's some of the names I'm going to read off. First team offense, quarterback, General Booty.
I've heard of that name.
Oklahoma. Running back, Kavasley Smoke. That's a cool name to have.
That is.
If you don't want that name if you're a DB, probably. But a running back.
You want all the smoke?
Wide receiver, Dakotas Crawford, who is now at
Louisiana
Tech. He was at a Big Ten school, right?
Nebraska.
Yeah, and transferred.
You talk about big NIL opportunities. Dakotas.
Now, Dakotas is a cool name. But another wide receiver on this list is Darillist Clark.
Darillist. I am Darillist.
He is at Defiance College. So good luck to Defiance. The Defiancers.
Oh, I remember this next guy.
Fat Watts. He had a brother with a cool name too that is no longer there, I believe. Fat Watts. Or maybe he's still there. Hell, I don't know. We should do a Tulane preview with Corey Glore. Oh, we already have. Fat Watts. All right, offensive line, Parker Titsworth.
Nice.
We'll move on from that one. Jaden Muskrat. That's a cool name from Auburn.
Did you skip over the tight end?
Oh, I skipped over the tight end, Rowdy Beers.
Rowdy Beers.
Offensive line, Dodge Saucer, Tiger Shanks, and Panda Askew. From D.H. Conley, who is at Charlotte.
Yeah.
Panda Askew. Dang. Could have had him on the squad. All right, honorable mentions on offense. Running back, Djavinsky Schalenbacher at Washington State.
Schlenbacher.
We got more Beers, and it's at tight end. Are these guys brothers, Rowdy Beers and Rocky Beers? Rocky Beers at Air Force. Wide receiver, Squirrel White. Squirrel. I like that name.
There was a guy I went to high school with who was a few years older than me. People called him Squirrel.
Wide receiver Aju at USF. Booby Curry.
Hey, Booby.
Is at Buffalo. Then you got some offensive linemen, Tater Reed,
baby.
Snoop, Leota Amamama, Malasela Amuve Laulu, Juice Scruggs, Wing Green, Hans Hammer, and Isaiah Bullerdick. All right.
Charlotte with two guys up here.
First team special teams, Colton Boomer. Okay, Boomer. And Maximilian von Marburg from Syracuse. Should we keep just running off these names?
Why not?
All right. Anything better to do? First team all defense, Octavius Oxendine from Kentucky. Fish McWilliams from UAB. Shitta from Boston College. That's SHITTA SILLAH.
You've got it. All right, that's a joke. That is a joke. There's no way that's somebody's name.
Memorable Factor
from Duke.
Memorable Factor is the name. Chief Borders from Nebraska. Mobility is in the transfer portal.
There's no way on God's green earth that this is somebody's name.
You've never heard of Kool-Aid?
Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama.
Kool-Aid, he's like really good.
The Panthers select Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama.
UTSA has a DB named Pig Cage.
What's up, Pig?
Pig Cage. Storm Duck is at Louisville.
I had a buddy in college named Storm, but his last name was a duck. So
Major Birds, LSU. And maybe my favorite so far from Central Arkansas, Dude
Person.
Dude Person. What's your name?
Dude Person.
Honorable mentions on the defensive side, Tonka Hemingway, Meatball Smith, Demon Clowney, Blazin Lono Wong, Steel Chambers, New Zealand Williams, Hot Rod Fitton, Stone Handy, Power Eccles, Sir Vassier Dennis, Comanche Francisco, Buck Coors, and Ephesians Prysock.
When Charlotte comes to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, Morgan Ehlers is going to have some names on the all-name list. I believe I've already seen like 4 or 5 from Charlotte.
Tackle made by Comanche Francisco. He'll also have holding on Panda Askew, as well as holding on Isaiah Bullardick. All right, the all-name team. ECU had a name up there, Nemo Squire, but they're all in the transfer portal. Josh said, did Key and Peele come up with this list? Michael Winstead. What's up, Michael Winstead?
Michael Winstead, baby.
Long time no see, fam. He said, are these names for real? They are for real. Google them up. What's your favorite on the list?
Man.
The ones we can't repeat?
The ones, yeah, I would say the ones that we should not say again. The one that is the best, I think, is Shitta.
Yeah. Maybe it's Shida.
I think that would even be better.
All right.
What's up, Shida?
The all-name team 2023. That was fun going up and down.
That was like a big game boomer type list.
And on the graphic I received, Josh, there is a picture of Key and Peele at the bottom of it. East Carolina had a player on Key and Peele's list.
I can't remember his name, but it was a doozy.
Yeah. I saw Jamie in the on the YouTube put up, and I probably can't remember it. Chris Fumatu Maafala played for the Steelers, I want to say.
Well, you had the guy, some names I'm remembering, which this is before I was a Panther fan, but the Panthers had the running back. I can't say his name.
Oh, Tim Biakabatuka.
Now that's a name.
And his first name was really like Tishiamanga. Went to Michigan, great player. Didn't do much in the NFL. Eric said, I would like to see wide receiver Aju all over Booby Curry. Okay, Eric. Eric, you're kind of on thin ice today. You've had 2 wrong assumptions on my man Chandler. You're putting out that kind of suggestive humor. We're watching you closely, Eric. We're keeping an eye on you. This is kind of like a warning. This is not a suspension. It's not a...
Eric knows about suspensions.
I mean, Eric, this isn't your first transgression. So we're keeping an eye on you. We're watching. All right, let's get a break in. We'll come back when we return. The BB, Brian Bailey, joining us. Also, some breaking news. Former Pirate, man, Alec Makarewicz is taking his talents to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, he's playing for Shaw University?
Wrong. He's playing for North Carolina State. That according to AMAC's Twitter. Everybody act grown and adult and don't go out and crush the guy on social media. But I would like to hear your thoughts on AMAC being at the hot corner for the NC State Wolfpack. We'll talk about that and more with BB Brian Bailey when we return Pirate Radio Live after this.
I have you time traveling, have your mind babbling. People trying to inherit the skills, that's why they asking me. Even David Blaine had to go and take some classes in. I see my freak like, what's up, man, what's happening? Come on.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing.
This is Mike Hoggart with Viva Electric.
This is Mark McGlawhorn, Roland Black Heating and Cooling.
We have teamed up to form New Blue Service Group, offering Eastern North Carolina the best in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Same great local team, same great local service, just a new name. Contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Call us today to help with your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC services. Go Pirates!
Already planning for some fun in the sun? Don't forget to fill your cooler with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. And with 5% alcohol, Twisted Tea is there to turn things up all day long. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Look for it in the bright yellow cans. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next. The Sidebar is the place to be this summer in downtown Greenville. Have a date night or get the family together for dinner starting at 5:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Or take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest food around for lunch Thursday through Saturday from 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sundays, enjoy a delicious summer brunch from 11 to 2. Visit the Sidebar today, located right beside the Dickinson Avenue Public House. To keep up with their ever-changing menu, food and drink specials, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville. Go Pirates!
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low, low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
With over 30 locations across North Carolina and southeastern Virginia, Quality Equipment is your local John Deere dealer, where you'll find everything you need for your next project. Our complete lineup of John Deere lawn and garden, agricultural, and commercial worksite equipment comes with years of experience, expertise, and dedication. We know what it takes to get it done right. Stop by today or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
This is Marcus Crandall, former ECU Pirate and Grey Cup champion. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about the current real estate market? Or do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. A lot to discuss on this Monday, and we'll discuss it right now with Brian Bailey, who joins us on the Pirate Radio Live line. BB, welcome back. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. You refresh, recharge, ready to go for some football?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you still got time. That's the good news.
I was ready. About 4 days into vacation, I was ready to start working on football.
There you go, 10-4. Before we get to the football, we do have some news and notes to report, and that would be a Pirate who entered the transfer portal and is heading to another school, and a school we're very familiar with. Alec Makarewicz was announced late last week that he would be entering the transfer portal, and he has his decision. He will be joining NC State. So Pirate fans are going to feel a certain way about that for sure. But that is the decision that the former Pirate third baseman has made. And remember, Joe Engel transferred from ECU to NC State, so not the first time it's ever happened, but interesting move there from AMAC.
Yeah, I think it's kind of stunning, really. I mean, and I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't know what all was involved, but I thought Alec Makarewicz was one of the the most popular Pirates on that baseball team this past year, and he always had a smile on his face. And I was really surprised when he entered the portal, and then some of the rumors started circulating that NC State was going to be his destination, and then I guess it's official now. So it's just that's really really kind of a stunner. I really like AMAC. I enjoyed working with him, interviewing with him, and watching him play. I thought he was just an outstanding player, and I wish him the very best. But I hate it for him in some ways, because I mean that's not only a big decision to make, but that's you're going to a rival. I mean that's a lot of people are going to look down on that for sure.
Yep, no doubt. And from what I gather, talking to some folks, this was 100% his decision. This was not like a mutual split or a force out or a, hey, you're going to have to compete for your position. It was just, AMAC making the decision of his own, from folks I've talked to, from what I've gathered anyway.
And that's the day and age we live in now with the transfer portal and NIL. You don't know, if any of that came up or if you don't know what's inside someone's head to why they decide to make a decision like that. But if you like the guy, which I do, I wish him the very best. But I hate it for parts of Pirate Nation, because I think he was a really popular East Carolina Pirate baseball player.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of baseball movement going on. East Carolina welcoming in a lot of newcomers, Bailey. And since we've last chatted, we've had a lot of Pirates move on. Josh Groves getting drafted. Tyler Brott as well, planning to hook up with Tyler this week on Pirate Radio Live. Josh Moylan signing along with Landon Ginn, and planning to hook up with those guys as well. So you have those going. You've got AMAC in the portal. The portals, who knows? Maybe we could lose more later in the calendar year, but Cliff Godwin trying to kind of piece together his roster. Still some great guys coming back, and I have no doubt that we're going to have some newcomers that will shine, but it'll look at least a little bit different next year for ECU.
It will look different, but I've got all the confidence in the world that Coach Godwin and that coaching staff will come through with another stellar roster, and hopefully they're on the way to Omaha next year. And AMAC's wishing he stuck around, but I hate it's just I hate the whole portal thing and the whole NIL thing. And even if none of that, if the NIL thing is not even involved, that's the first thing you think of, right? I mean, you think of, why do you go play somewhere else like that? And maybe that's totally off base. Probably is. I don't know.
Nah, could be, and you're not alone. Jamie said, I would expect it's all about the Benjamins. Maybe. I haven't heard that part of it, but certainly could be. And Coach Mack, who joins us Tuesdays on the show, says the answer is money. It doesn't matter what the question is. So, follow the money or whatever. But
that's a smart man.
But that he is. Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Bailey looked at the line today. East Carolina, a 35.5-point dog to the Michigan Wolverines. Any thoughts on that number right now?
Well, it's a big number. Obviously, I think that the number comes about the fact that the Pirates lost so much on offense, and I think that it's just going to be a mystery to start off the year and to see what they come up with, when camp opens and that kind of thing. I think that you're playing in one of the best environments in college football. It's going to be slam packed. It's going to be, I think all of us are looking forward to the big house, and it's just, it's going to be an inexperienced offense for a while at least. And sometimes talented players can overcome inexperience, and that's what the trick is going to be for Donnie and for Coach Houston and that kind of thing.
I mean, there's a chance that Mason Garcia lives up to the hype that he was coming in here, and East Carolina's got a lot of tricks up their sleeve that Mike Houston won't talk about. Mike Houston won't show anybody. That possibility is still out there, Bailey. It wouldn't be the first time that's ever happened with a football team. But, there's also a possibility that, this thing just doesn't click and you're facing a number 1, 2, 3, whatever they are, team in the country, and it goes south. But I will try to be half positive with it and say there's a chance that Mason Garcia lights the skies on fire, and Jalen Johnson and Shane Calhoun and Josiah Hatfield have big days, and Rajay and Gunn get going. That possibility, until that game is played, that possibility's out there.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. They're all humans. They're going to be on the same field and putting on uniforms. And Lou Holtz, they put their pants on the same way we do. So, you got a shot anyway.
Yeah, I think it's a tremendous opportunity. Obviously, when App State went up there that year, no one thought App State was going to compete, and they did. So we'll see how it goes. But like you said, anything can happen. And, if you go up there and lose by 20, is that a moral victory? I don't think anybody in the Pirate camp wants them, has anything to do with a moral victory. So, but it'll be fun to go see what happens.
Yeah, moral victories are better than moral losses.
I guess.
I don't know if it matters one way or the other if you catch a L either way. But, they're trying to do what App State did all those years ago and upset the top 5 Michigan Wolverines on that opening Saturday of football. Let's see, other football news and notes. Talked to Holt Nailers briefly last week, Bailey. He's getting ready to head back to Seattle and said that, Keaton Mitchell, Ryan Jones, Isaiah Winstead are going to be, for the first time in a while, paying attention to preseason football with all these Pirates that are going to be in it.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch those. I'm like yourself. I know you do the same thing, but we love preseason football. Just to see the guys out there in the uniforms, to me, it means football is so close. But I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be a blast to keep an eye on some of those games. And, when I first started here, you couldn't get hardly any of the preseason games, but the CBS feed would feed you some highlights from time to time. And then it went to a situation where you could find them on the satellite dish. You kind of just, hunt and peck, and sometimes you could find a game or two, and you could record them and show some players and that kind of thing. But now it's mainly streaming, and mostly rather you can find most of the games. So I'm looking forward to that.
No doubt, and we'll be keeping an eye on that, keeping you up to date on what's going on. A lot of Pirates trying to make rosters, and Shirley Rhodes and the crew here for social media doing a great job of keeping everybody up on what's going on with the Diamond Pirates. And you got Gavin Williams making a tough start. He faced the Braves, then he faces the Rangers, and held his own there, still struggling to get run support from those Guardians. You got Alec Burleson red hot right now with the Cardinals, and a bunch of Pirates also, Connor Norby in minor league baseball. So some stuff to keep up with this summer when it comes to East Carolina athletics.
And really, when you're a sportscaster in this market, it saved us all. I mean, it's been a lot of fun. Like my sportscast, I was just joking with Ken Wallington a minute ago, and I said, all weekend long, I kept seeing things happen. I was like, I got to find that video. I got to find Tyler Snead and those 3 touchdown catches that he made in the CFL. So it's fun to see those guys excel, and makes for a better sportscast in the middle of July.
A lot of chatter going on on YouTube regarding AMAC, and Newton says have no words about AMAC and his NC State decision, but then he has more words. He says his generation seems to have very little loyalty to anything, especially his team and friends, and said if it's all about the Benjamins, then we, ECU, have a major problem across all sports in the ability to keep any player. ECU has always been, the underdog, the chip on the shoulder behind the 8 ball. So, ECU does have a problem when it comes to NIL, when it comes to these other schools who are paying. Maybe we'll dive into some of those numbers with Mully, because we were having a conversation about what schools have compared to the East Carolinas of the world. My thing is they're still going to play games, Bailey. They're still suiting up, hitting the field, hitting the court, hitting the diamond, and, it's still sports. And if you get bogged down in what's going on outside of it all, you'll probably end up hating sports, just like you'll end up hating most things if you really dive into it and see what's going on. So I tried not to focus on that part of it too much and just enjoy the games for what they are, because if not, there is a lot of, negativity out there.
Well, and, you look at, and I'm really close to the program because I get a chance to host the banquet every year. I get a chance to see the guys come back. And even during the super regionals, a couple, 2 years ago when the Pirates were hosting, and they had all the former players were welcomed back on the first base line, and they, had like a little reception for them. And there was just so much, just pride in the Pirate program. And, Cliff's a Pirate. And I just looked at AMAC as a Pirate, and I thought, years from now he'll bring his. I guess maybe he still could, but he spent most of his career at East Carolina. But I think that you give up a lot of that, and I don't know if it's just the generation or what it is, or maybe he was miserable. Maybe he, or like I said, maybe he's got a chance to do something that to further his career, and he didn't think he was going to get that shot next year. I don't know. And maybe we shouldn't even speculate. Maybe we should just let it go. But it's bothersome when you got a guy that you really, really like and appreciate, and something like that comes up.
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes to show that that what the college athletics landscape looks like now, and East Carolina baseball is doing their part, bringing in some transfer arms, as Cliff Godwin has been hitting the portal as well. So that is what it is now. I've just kind of accepted it for what it is, and it's again, if you get bogged down in all this stuff, there is a lot that can turn you off to it. But I still enjoy the games. You got Mackenzie Gore facing your Cubbies tonight, BB. You following any Cubs baseball?
I have been following my Cubs, and they've come back to the lovable losers. I think they were 5 games under 500 for the All-Star break, and then they lost to Boston 2 out of 3, and those 3 games were, I think 2 of them at least were blowouts, one way for the Cubs and one way for the Red Sox. But I enjoyed watching them play. I enjoyed being on vacation and watching the All-Star game, keeping up with some of that. So that was fun. And I don't know, the Cubs are in a bad spot because they can't figure out if they're going to go ahead and sell everybody off, build for the future, or if they think, in the Central, you could certainly make a run if you get hot. And they've got enough talent to make a little bit of a run, but will they do it? I'm not sure.
Seems like baseball, the middle is just that. And I guess maybe it's like this in all sports. And Washington has had their fair share of 7-9s to 8-8s. And we always joke with you, Bailey, about the Cowboys going 8-8. So, it stinks. But in baseball, it does kind of stink to hover around 500 and have hope, but really not have hope. And a lot of teams, the Braves have done it and won a World Series. The Astros did it and have won big, and now you see what the Orioles are doing and the Rangers. These teams really blew it up and really had awful years and asked their fans to be patient. We're going to turn it around, and now we're sitting in good spots to make the playoffs. So you hate to blow it up like that because you're going to be drowning for 3+ years, whatever, but the payoff could be worth it if you do it right.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just it's one of those things that you have to muddle through it. And that's why those guys make so much money as general managers and in the majors, to figure out which way they're going to go. Because you can if you sell off a couple players and you get some really good talent in return, I mean, you can turn your plan around next year or two. But I don't know. It's hard to see. It's like the year the Cubs got rid of everybody, Rizzo and Chris Bryant, everybody. Went to other teams. And I still keep up with some of those guys and watch them play, but I don't keep up with them like I did.
BB, Brian Bailey joining us. Bailey, anything to look out for on WNCT Channel 9 this week?
It's the summertime, and we take one day at a time around the sports. Like today, there's been all kinds of stuff that's come up. We had a NASCAR race. It was rained out Sunday, and all the guys that did such great things from East Carolina, as we talked about earlier, and then the AMAC story. So you always hope to have one, really good story that comes up that you can base your sportscast around. So we've got plenty today. We'll say what happens on Tuesday.
There you go. BB, thanks for joining us, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Take care.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. AMAC heading to NC State. And how about our old instigator, Redbeard?
Old troll, man.
Holding Pirate Radio's feet to the fire. He quote tweeted Pirate Radio's tweet, AMAC heading down the road to Raleigh. And he said, I just hope you follow his every at-bat and stat like you did Gardner at UVA and Newton at UConn. It's only fair. We got to keep up with our farm team graduates. I mean, now Redbeard's the ultimate troll. If he says things out of pocket, I'll call him out on it, but I don't know. What is he wrong?
No comment.
Is he wrong? I don't know if he's wrong. I guess Pirate Radio is going to have to start putting out NC State stats. Redbeard. I try to be fair.
From the top rope.
I try to be fair. And I think being fair, Redbeard's got a point here. Maybe it'll lead to a internal discussion here at Pirate Radio.
I'm trying to think when we went back. I know that there have been mentions of Minshew and Newton, but I want to say that there have been, it's more the potential of them going professional as opposed to what they did in college. Now with Tristan, because UConn played in the championship game of the NCAA tournament, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was some eyes on him.
Pirate Radio,
and I mean,
it wasn't a game box score. It was linked. It was like linked to stories and stuff.
Yeah, most of the time
I don't
it's
think
a link.
AMAC's going to be in a lot of stories.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and dig through a box score for when they played Campbell on a Wednesday night. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, if it is a situation where, let's say, the Atlanta Braves are paying very close attention to AMAC and they think that he is a good fit for their team, there is the 6 degrees of separation there.
Redbeard.
I think it's more where you have the connection of the more of the storylines and or the potential to go professional.
John Moody responding.
John Moody is teaming up with Redbeard.
Says no lies detected.
No lies detected, huh?
Yeah, it's. I think it's a fair point.
It's a fair point, but I think that it's a tiny bit skewed there. That's just all I'm saying.
It gets people talking like Redbeard's doing right now.
And anytime we need an uptick in comments, we'll just put a Coach Mo story up.
Oh yeah,
or a Gardner Minshew,
or Minshew,
yeah, Minshew.
Or a Tristan Newton for that matter.
There's somebody else I forget about, but yeah.
Now it's going to be all AMAC.
Yeah, especially because
AMAC
of where he went.
1 for 4 with a single.
Very keen eye there, Redbeard. I like it. Hold our feet to the fire here. Hey, we appreciate it. All right, let's take a break. Got more comments to get to. And we'll wrap up hour number 2 here on Pirate Radio Live. Also, question of the day. Who will score the first touchdown of the year for East Carolina? Getting responses to that. And I've got some data. Take that for data. The first touchdown scores for East Carolina since 2010. Oh, you're going to try to guess?
I kind of want to guess.
All right, we'll make it a guessing game.
I kind of want to guess.
With our ECU Encyclopedia, Chandler Honeycutt. We'll do that hour 3. Live, more to go. Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Somebody said they heard me call your name.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. It's summertime, and Jeff, you guys have a new car wash.
We do. We put in a brand new car wash just for the customer. So when you come in, get your vehicle serviced, we wash, dry, vacuum your car for free. It's state of the art, but free to the customer.
And this summer, you have an AC special.
It's summertime. Air conditioning units are breaking left and right. But guess what? At Brown & Wood, all summer, I have free diagnostics on all air conditioning issues. Only at Brown & Wood.
King Mackerel's is Morehead City's newest restaurant and live music venue. Take a break from the beach and enjoy lunch and dinner on the waterfront or listen to live music on the patio. Open Wednesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and late night. And also, don't forget, Sunday Fun Day starts at 11 with brunch at King Mackerel's. Located on the Morehead City waterfront across from Gulf Docks, check out King Mackerel's on social media for all up-to-date information on Facebook and Instagram. Kick back at King Mac all summer long.
Hey, John, I see your new system's having issues already.
Yeah, I used the other guy with an AC brand I've never heard of.
You should have used Delcor, John. They install Train. It's hard to stop a train.
I know, but the other guy was cheaper.
Cheaper isn't better, John.
I know.
Don't use the other guy. Call Delcor. For a limited time, buy a new Train system and pay 0% interest for 12 months. Visit Delcor.com for more details. Delcor, the service professionals.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at AA.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
Help kids in your community this school year and become a backpack hero with Youth Villages. Youth Villages helps children with emotional and behavioral issues and those aging out of foster care. You can ensure no child is forgotten during back-to-school season and give them a great start to the school year. Go to youthvillages.org/backpacks to find out how you can be a backpack hero in North Carolina. That's youthvillages.org/backpacks.
It's bow time. Sometimes the craving for Bojangles Supremes is so strong you just gotta have them. Even when your gas tank is on empty and Bojangles is still 10 miles down the highway. Nothing beats the flavor of Bojangles juicy golden Supremes, especially when they're part of a perfect combo with 4 boldly seasoned chicken Supremes, a made-from-scratch biscuit, fixin', and some legendary iced tea. The only thing that can satisfy your hunger is that delicious southern flavor. So when the craving is supreme, put the pedal to the metal. It's bow time.
360 Golf Carts is Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. They have easy-go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by the 360 shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, 360 has you covered. They will even deliver right to you. Visit Brian Harris today on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday, wrapping up hour 2. The chat is bumping. Let's see. Man, we got a long ways to go here up the chat.
About what? What happened in the past hour? Just in case somebody missed it.
Well, we got AMAC and we got NIL talk.
Ooh.
AMAC and NIL. Let's see. Mike says, no disrespect to AMAC, but he wasn't highly sought after. I doubt it had anything to do with money. More of a logjam at the position. Those are Mike's thoughts on the topic. Let's see if we got more from AMAC. Eric said, let Elliott Avent tell AMAC he's not cut out for third base like Tommy Tanks, and he'll be out of there in no time, too. It'll be doing state things, like always. Let's see. Any more AMAC talk? We got a lot of NIL talk. Jamie says, remember, ECU lost their best O-lineman already this year to NIL transfer. That was went to Oregon.
Nishad Strother.
Yeah, Strother. Eastern North Carolina kid. Got the bag to go to the Ducks.
Avery Jones might have been lured to Illinois.
He got a bag from Illinois.
And then Auburn
but that bag wasn't big enough.
Auburn said, guess what we got?
Auburn said, look at the size of my bag. And it was like a cartoon. Avery Jones' eyes had dollar signs in them and started going out of his head. Awooga, awooga, awooga. What's up, big dog?
I'm just wondering, when you get the bag,
and then you move on, what happens to the bag?
The bag disappears.
Or the bag's put back in the corner for somebody else.
Are we sure about this? Because
No.
I feel like some of these guys are getting...
I've never got the bag, so I don't know.
I mean, some of these dudes I feel like are getting like signing bonuses. You know, and
Yeah.
does that money go back? There's a lot of questions, and there's no laws for this.
Right. It's, I guess...
Wild Wild West, as they say.
If you can strong arm Avery Jones to return his Illinois bag, go for it, I guess.
I mean,
don't know.
yeah.
But if not,
I mean, you know.
it's his bag.
And that, I mean, it wasn't the only case that we've seen like that, but that is one of the few, I think, that were so quick. And that he was gone to Illinois, and then he was not.
Yep.
Like, they put out the graphic, they made a big deal out of it, and then, like, it seems like it was like 2 weeks later.
And didn't
then the head coach was calling him out.
Is it Bielema?
Bielema.
Yes.
Former Arkansas coach.
Oh, yeah, we didn't want that guy anyway. And they literally
Brett
brought him
Bielema
in.
said, yeah, we didn't want him anyway.
Brett Bielema went message board guy.
Yeah.
And said he stinks. We
Not
don't
a
want
true
him.
guy. He's
Not
not even
Trelawney.
And
Not Big Ten material.
Nope.
He's
Auburn.
like, Auburn, you can have that guy.
Who is Auburn? Never heard of him. It's not even it's a color. It's not even a real school, real town. So yeah, a lot going on in the world of NIL, in the world of portal, and when you see an ECU to NC State, it gets the blood going a little bit. Oh, Steve says you need to be reading comments from the Pirate Radio Facebook page about AMAC. Oh dear.
I'm sure they're great.
Oh no, I don't know if I want to go over there.
I'm going over there. I'm putting on the hazmat suit. I'm going in, fellas.
Good luck. Have fun. And
wish me luck.
Is there anybody we need to tell that you love them?
Right. I need to sign my wheel.
Brian said,
41 comments, and it was
Wow.
Very recently.
We might have to have a segment.
I guess we will in hour 3. Brian says, complete slap in the face to sign with State. What's Cliff's take on this? Can't be happy. I'm going to assume he's not, Brian. I think that's a good assumption to make. And I don't know. Next time we talk to Cliff, we'll ask him about that. All right. So I wanted to do a nice who's going to score the first touchdown, but we've got some other things to discuss that people want to discuss at this moment. So I guess we'll do that when we return. Well, also, we will do the first touchdown game with Chandler, see if he can remember who scored the first touchdown of every season since 2010, as Chandler takes a quick look into the Facebook chat.
Oh, it's ugly.
And tell you what, let's take a break. We'll, as Glenn said, suit up and head over there and then read some of the comments going on right now regarding AMAC transferring to North Carolina State. Eric says, maybe it's just me, but Elliot Avent seems like the kind of guy who would get banned for punching a worker at Steak and Shake.
I don't know what reference that is, but I believe it.
Okay.
Elliot Avent reminds me of the guy, the old country singer that used to sing got a long way to go but a short time to get there. He was in Smokey and the Bandit. Jerry Reed, yes.
Okay.
He reminds me a lot of Jerry Reed, and also the bad guy coach in Waterboy. He is 100% that guy.
I see it.
Yes.
All right, let's take a break. Hour 3 on tap. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets, and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football season is just around the corner, and there's no better time than to guarantee your seat to see the Birmingham Bowl champs at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Season ticket packages are as low as $115 in the fan zone. Pirate Club chairback seats can be purchased for $325. The 6-game home slate kicks off September the 9th against the Marshall Thundering Herd. Get your season tickets today by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice the meat and cheese for my sub is a sight to behold. The layers of ham, salami, and pepperoni are even more glorious than the pink and orange layers of a sunrise. Yeah, the sun's pretty and all that, but in about 7 billion years it's going to explode, obliterating the Earth and every living thing on it. And if there's no sun, there's no subs. Meanwhile, the only thing a sub ever obliterated was my hunger. Freshly sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
And then it was Tuesday.
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by this summer and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
With US Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines. So you don't need that robot daughter you built to get a 4th line for family plan pricing.
Oh, Rope Elizabeth? She's not gonna like that.
The robots will prevail.
Oh boy.
Get the low rate of $19.99 per line. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
We value human connection with fewer distractions. US Cellular, built for us. Visit your US Cellular authorized agent, Atlantic Wireless, with locations in Snow Hill, Bellhaven, and Greenville.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. They have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. They will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live. Got a giveaway coming up this hour, so stick around for that. Everybody kind of focusing on the news of the past 20, 30 minutes or so. So we learned late last week, was it Thursday? I think it was Thursday, that Alec Makarewicz, East Carolina third baseman, will be entering the transfer portal. And he has just tweeted out in the last 20, 30 minutes or so that he will be transferring to North Carolina State. And been reading your comments on the YouTube chat as well as Facebook and Twitter. But we had a suggestion, I think either not to go or you should go into the Pirate Radio comments on Facebook.
And there's other chambers you can go into. Like, I'm on Instagram right now.
Oh, the Gram. You can be any Gram comments we can get to.
19 comments on the Gram.
Yeah, we're nearly at 50 already on Facebook.
I even went to AMAC's post on Twitter and looked at some of the comments.
Yeah. Yep. I bet they're good too. Should we read these?
Let's go.
Let's see what the people are saying.
Let's go in.
All right. Chris has the gif of Lloyd Christmas doing like a throw up type cry that is famous from Dumb and Dumber. Kind of dry heaving to get it rolling. Kyle in LaGrange says, good, we'll kick your ass next year. All right. It's fair. Jerome Bacon said under normal circumstances he would be gone anyway. Good luck. I mean, we've accepted a bunch of UNC guys in football. He has his degree from ECU. Go be great, AMAC. Well, there's one way to look at it. Kind of a level-headed way, perhaps. Let's see. Sam says that's no different than transferring to UNC or Duke. It's one thing to transfer, but a transfer to a school that has done everything in their power to have ECU screwed over after fans have constantly supported and praises him. It's hard to respect someone pulling the ultimate betrayal job. So you've got those are back-to-back comments, by the way. Jerome saying, hey, he's got his degree. If it wasn't for COVID, he'd be gone anyway. Good luck. To this guy calling this the ultimate betrayal job. It's a great thing. That just people have
it's a job.
People have different perspectives on things.
Yeah, it's a betrayal job, and he did his job. He betrayed.
Cody says, now that's a shot below the belt. Jason said, anyone notice in his profile picture he's still rocking purple and gold? That'll probably be updated soon.
His Instagram's already changed.
Terry says, that's as low as you can get. Kyle says, hopefully they finish under 500 and travel to Southeast Asia for the NIT baseball tournament. Michael says, well, that's a downgrade. Randy said, that's not exciting, but welcome to the downgrade. Mike says, I hope his main reason is to get some degree he could not obtain at ECU. Dang, that is wishful thinking there. Andrew says, got to be kidding me. At least go to a better baseball school. Travis makes a good point and says not many of those out there, which is true. I don't know if he's looking to go win more. Again, from what I gather, talking to folks, he just did not like his personal situation here. It's very strange. I know. Alicia says, big mistake, dude. Tony says, well, just wait till he comes to Greenville. I'm a little concerned about this.
Yeah, like that's...
Because his name is Tony Shanks.
Hey, you got Tony Shanks over here.
Tony Shanks.
Hey, Tony Shanks, you hear about AMAC?
Oh, yeah,
he's a rat.
Wait till he comes back around, Tony Shanks.
Yeah, wait until he comes back this town.
Tony Shanks.
Better not see his face in this town again.
All right. Hopefully that's just a Facebook threat, not a real threat.
Tony Shanks. You can't be making comments like that, Tony, when your last name is Shanks.
Yeah, Tony Shanks. Steve says, who's Alec Mack? Jason said, my favorite player went to my second favorite team. I don't know how to feel about this, though.
Ugh. Now that comment's disgusting.
That's gross. Josh said, step down. Norma said, what's the inside story? That's a good question, Norma. Way to ask questions instead of, commenting. Brian Skipper says, can't say what I want to say. Come on, Skip, say it.
Say it, dude. Don't be scared.
Tommy Clayton said, whatever. Do we still have
whatever?
Debbie Yao saying whatever? He dropped a Debbie Yao on us. Whatever.
You dropped the Deb.
Tommy's like, he reads it. He said, I'm going to respond to this post, and I'm going to just type whatever. Tony said, have fun over there and moo you. Thought you were better than that. He's not better than that. Max says, say it ain't so. Travis said, boo. Favorite and least favorite pirate, just like that. It can happen so quick, right?
Whatever.
Elizabeth said, oh, AMAC. Monkey covering eyes emoji.
Oh, AMAC.
Josh says, traitor. Steve said, who? Sydney said, may have to slide out to some state games. Okay.
All right.
Tori said, well then. Lang said, no. Justice said, I just threw up. Kim said, crying emoji, crying emoji. Miss Burleson said, eyes wide open emoji. Betty Burleson said, unbelievable. Betty Burleson surprised.
She said, whoa.
At that news. All right, I believe that's all we got from our Facebook to this point. Let me see if there's any more recent ones. Steven said, wish you the best. One of my favorite players. Thee is no loyalty anymore. What a disappointment. Next up. Eric said, all the best. Thanks for your contributions to the success of ECU baseball. Once you leave, the ship will find no quarter on the diamond. So there you go.
And as we go to Instagram here.
All right, that was Facebook. Now Chandler's going to take us to the gram.
So Bethany says, the ultimate betrayal. And a commenter commented to her comment and said, they hid your comment because they know it's true. Flying Pirate said, guess they decided to pay him in a sleazy effort to spite us. Shrug emoji. P. Worrell 007 said, we'll miss you, AMAC. Enjoyed watching you play. Best of luck to you. That's nice. Kellen says, wow. Well, okay. We had a good run. He's dead to me now. Which that's a gif. Ryan says, it really be your own. Yawning emoji.
It really be your own?
It really be your own.
Does that say
yawning
like
emoji?
The ones that hurt you the most or
is your own?
Is the people close to you?
Jordan says, you hate to see it. Josh has a gif of Kylo Ren in the Star Wars movie saying, traitor! The Real McKnight says, be your own people, man. Sniffing emoji.
What's he sniffing?
I don't know. Miller Nation says, this makes no sense. What was the reason for leaving? Old North State said, probably tired of being micromanaged at the plate. Old North State says, go be great, AMAC. F_N_Frank_A says, sheesh, what a downgrade.
Sheesh.
Maul says, gotta be kidding.
Gotta be.
Icy Lyle says, laughing emoji, I swear. 2_the_Max5 says, good old turncoat. Peace sign.
Good old turncoat.
Jesse just tagged somebody in the comments, said, hey, look at this.
Hey, would you get a load of this guy?
Pirate_board_N_brew said, poop emoji, 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 poop emoji. 1988 Co-Photo says he has a gif of a man acting like he's gagging, throwing up. So TKT 0415 said, bruh, excited. How you going to go there and be excited? ... L. Do an L on that boy. Do an L on that boy.
Justin texting me says, welcome to the pack, AMAC. He's a State fan. And he added a LOL.
LOL.
Laughing at our anger at the moment. Old Skip on YouTube said, I think it's a downgrade.
Frizz said, gross, a step down.
Brandon Manning said, staying lips shut on this one for now.
Ooh, the drama. The drama from B-Man.
Brandon.
For now.
You want to come on the show this week and get out your thoughts?
Ooh.
I know you sat around the Makarewicz family and friends section at Clark LeClaire Stadium, so we'd love to hear your take on Alec Makarewicz heading to the Wolfpack.
Going to Twitter now, some quote tweets. We read Redbeard's earlier. Atticus says NC State just got a whole lot worse at the plate. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
Wow.
Whoa.
By the way, Pirate Radio TMZ report. Atticus saw Donnie Kirkpatrick this weekend.
Saw that.
Saw a picture of it.
Towers over Donnie.
This has been Pirate Radio TMZ report.
Blake says yuck. Ben says not a better team, so is it better money?
Steve sending the finger poke of doom emoji.
Red beer with a hee emoji. Chad says people will start calling him Benedict AMAC. I personally wish him well.
Well, Chad, you're the first person to say that, so you're the one calling him that.
Mark says, honestly, if I gotta be honest here,
where's Joey?
I gotta be honest. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know where he's at.
But Mark says, honestly, after sitting down and thinking about it,
okay, he gave it some thought.
He knew that Dixon was taking over at third next year. He thought about it, and he said, you know what? My final conclusion is Dixon knew he was going to be at third.
Inside job.
Dan says, hopefully the chip on his shoulder will help him reach his full potential. Just wasn't room for him on the Pirates starting roster this coming year. Petey the Pirate, our very own, it'd be your own sometimes, has broken heart emoji.
Oh, that's tough.
Mike says, they resorted to poaching out bottom of the order guys?
Ooh.
Cameron says, why though?
Why though?
Brian says, do we boo him in Greenville? I know Tony Shanks will. Tony said it's going to be on when you come to Greenville. Mark, who earlier said that he gave it a lot of thought. Mark says, you wear red, you get booed. Easy equation.
Yeah.
Zach says, damn, that's kind of a slap in the face.
Stop, man.
Whatever.
Also, doesn't make sense because we all know ECU is better. All right, that's it.
Jamie said, I know one thing's for sure. Alec's AMAC nickname has been eliminated. Now I'll attempt to spell out his last name each comment and will butcher it. So he put Alex Makarewicz and Alex Makarewicz.
Ooh.
So that is going to
really
be
got him.
That's going to be his way to get him moving forward. Eric said, "Go home and get your shine box." Goodfellas reference. Jamie said, "Chandler's making me nervous, slapping his face." I agree. That was very concerning.
This has been a slap in the face.
I know, but you could have done that or something with your hands.
I didn't hit myself that hard,
but you did it twice, and we heard it. It was.
I just wanted to feel the pain. I wanted to feel what Zach was feeling. He said it was a slap in the face.
Yeah.
And man, does it hurt.
Jack says he could beat up on State's easy schedule and look really good because they play a bunch of D3 schools. He also said, I hope he enjoys wearing T-shirts as jerseys. Everybody's getting in there.
Hope you like that, AMAC.
Hope you like that.
You like that.
Might be more comfortable. I don't know. All right, so there you go. The reaction to Alec Makarewicz. Josh says, is this supposed to make him higher on the draft board? No, I don't think so. He said, what a joke. Hope Elliott Avent paid good money for him. Well, strange decision. I thought it was a strange decision for him to leave. And as far as joining State, like, whatever. It's not like Alec Makarewicz grew up an ECU fan and cares about, like, the rivalry. And like, I saw somebody on Hoist the Colors say, fantastic way to alienate everyone who cheered for you. We asked for so little. 300 plus D1 teams to pick from. And one of the two that would actually get upset is chosen. I just don't get it. Either A, he doesn't care, or B, he cares a lot and wants to stick at the ECU for some reason. But I don't know.
Did you read this one from Sam?
What'd he say?
That's no different than transferring to UNC
yes,
or
I
Duke.
Did.
Okay.
Ultimate betrayal. I read it. All right.
Chris says, what's the fresh Duke's mayo, burnt Betty Crocker, raw chicken on a Bo's biscuit BS is this?
Say that one more time.
What's the fresh Duke's mayo, burnt Betty Crocker, raw chicken on a Bo's biscuit BS is this?
Denny Hoover chiming in.
Denny!
Says, I'm kind of worried. Every player we took to the Brewers-Rays game when we were at USF are gone now. AMAC, Rasmussen, and Jordan Little. What's up with that?
Way to go, Denny.
Is this a banana boat?
Way to go.
Is that what they call it? The banana boat situation with LeBron and the guys teaming up together? Did they have a banana boat situation in, what was that, Tampa Bay? Huh. Eric says, I hope State wears powder reds next year. I guess otherwise known as pink. He also said, what is this moist the covers you're referring to?
Whatever.
Eric, that was kind of funny. But, again, very suggestive. I don't even know if you did that on purpose. You were just doing rhyming words or words that sounded like. Moist the covers. Okay. Jamie said, I would have said you can't go to UNC, Coastal State, or Campbell, or anyone in the conference. You would have said that? And you know what AMAC would have said? You
Whatever.
Don't control where I go. So you could say what you want to, but it doesn't matter.
He'd say, you ain't my boss.
I know. Why would you even type that, Jamie? You know that. I would have said you can't go to UNC, Coastal State, or Campbell, and anyone in the conference. And he would have said, okay.
And he'd be like,
and then gone to exactly those schools. He said,
all of them. He would have gone to every single one of them.
Coach, funny you say that. Here's my short list of schools. UNC, Coastal State, or Campbell. Now, what are you going to do about it? And then Tony Shanks comes in and says,
I'll tell you what I'll do about it.
I'm going to tell you what I do about it. That's Tony Shanks.
Hey, Tony Shanks. You don't come back to Greenville without any.
So there you go. You going to boo AMAC when he hits the plate next year? I'm thinking a lot of Pirate fans will say yes. Mark, very reasonable guy, said that, hey, if you wear red, you get booed. Dim the rules.
Easy equation.
Dim the rules. You wear a jersey other than the one ECU's wearing? Although that is not necessarily true. We don't boo every batter that goes up to the batter's box for other teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't cheer for him.
Number 99, Alec Makarewicz.
You are terrible!
Who's that guy? He sounds like a real joy to be at baseball games, basketball games.
Now, imagine Tommy Tuberville being at the game. Now batting for the Wolfpack, number 99, Alec Makarewicz.
Go to hell! Get a job!
Payne says, guy literally downgraded.
Literally.
Well, so did Connor Rasmussen, and pretty much every baseball transfer is going to end up downgrading. It's not about upgrading for him. I don't know what this is about, to be honest with you. It's surprising. Jerry says, this is the biggest betrayal since Hulk Hogan turned his back on all the Hulkamaniacs in WCW and when he joined the NWO. Some people still aren't over that, Jerry. How could he? How could he do this? Let's take a break. When we return, more on this, if you guys want to keep discussing it. Kind of having fun with it. It's making me laugh. Hopefully it's making you smile through the pain. We'll also go over our first touchdown scorer of the year for ECU. Who will it be this year? And we'll see how much Chandler can remember about season openers from years past. And we'll make you a winner. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Benedict Arnold Trader Monday. Back with you after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available. Visit us at beautybarmedispa.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates!
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day. The Wood Ducks are at home this week versus the Salem Red Sox, July 18th through the 23rd. Friday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a collard green straw hat presented by WRNS. And on Saturday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a collard greens jersey presented by Down East Heating and Air. Enjoy dollar hot dogs and bring your furry friend to the Wood Ducks game on Sunday. Go online to get your tickets in advance at woodducksbaseball.com or head to the box office the day of the game. Come out and have fun at Grainger Stadium all week long. Go Woodies! In studio today with Frank Lee with Appliances Superstore. Frank, why should people go see you?
We make buying appliances easy, just that simple. We have the largest selection of in-stock appliances in Eastern North Carolina, which helps our customers save money every day. We offer a 12-month warranty on our appliances, plus we deliver and set up your new appliances and remove your old ones. Come visit us at the Appliances Superstore off 264 behind the new DMV or shop us online at AppliancesSuperstore.com. Remember, we make buying appliances easy at the Appliances Superstore.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Moronic Mondays. By the way, we're talking about Alec Makarewicz transferring to NC State. It's got the social media's popping and hopping, and it ain't stopping here on a Monday. Moronic Monday says, was Cliff's post last night throwing shade, or am I missing context?
Uh-oh.
Are you talking about a Bible verse that he posted? I don't know if he's using Bible verses to throw shade. I don't see any more posts by Cliff Godwin on Twitter. Maybe another form of social media. But Moronic Mondays, Norb's heating up. He retweeted a Pirate Radio Jeff Hoffman Pirate in the Pros update and talked about something and retweeted Colby Bortles being promoted to assistant coach, hitting coach.
Brother of Blake Bortles.
That is correct, Chandler. So, Moronic Mondays, I'm not sure what you're referring to. I haven't read into the Bible verse. Ben said, saw AMAC drinking a Bud Light at Bob's a few months ago, so it makes sense.
What makes sense?
I don't know. All right, so there's that. Steve has theories. Maybe he hates powder purple. Maybe he enjoys asking Cliff about the weather before, during, and after each game.
I don't care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Maybe with the exodus of Troy D from weekly Pirate Radio live shows, he figured he cut his losses.
All right.
Maybe he wanted to be near a Dave and Buster's. Never factored that in. Could be.
That would be a big decision than me going somewhere else.
Or maybe he was pissed you didn't invite him to Pirate Radio Live Survivor. Look, that's kind of all we got at this point is theories. So, not bad stuff. John says, AMAC and family are good people. Don't try and stir the pot, whoever. All right.
Whoever.
Thank you, John. And that goes out there to whoever. This is a little shout out to whoever. We've heard from whatever.
Whoever it may concern.
We need to hear from whoever. Corey says, got to be another player breathing down his neck to take his job. Don't let the door hit you on your way out, cuz. Hit him with a cuz. Cuzzy.
Cuz.
So there you go. Everybody's got their take on AMAC transferring to NC State. I was just surprised because I felt like he was just in really good standing with the team and, was one of the leaders. He just played so much baseball for ECU, could count on him to be there in the lineup each and every day. So, again, from people I talked to, say this was 100% his decision. There was no force out. There wasn't a mutual decision. It was
his decision,
an AMAC decision. So there you go. All right, Chandler. I asked over the weekend just to get a little weekend
convo going.
Yeah, a little weekend convo action going. I asked on Saturday who will score the first touchdown for ECU in 2023. Doesn't necessarily have to be in the game against Michigan if the Pirates are to get shut out or only hit field goals. But I'll run down the list real quick. Bryce said those tricky Pirates are going to fake a field goal the first drive of the game in Michigan, and the kicker or holder will run it in. Daniel has a gif of a gun signifying Marlin Gunn. The big dog, Glenn Griffin, says gun club season. Welcome to the gun club, baby. Steven said Jalen Johnson. Daniel said Mason Garcia. Robert said Julius Wood. I like a defensive touchdown to open up the scoring. Dan said Alex Flynn in the fourth quarter after we're down 49-0. Colby says Josiah Hatfield. First play of the year in the big house, similar to the way he did it in 2021 versus Southern Carolina. Do you remember that play he's talking about?
Yes, it was Tyler Snead who threw it to him.
Oh.
It was a little reverse pass.
All right.
And Snead caught him in stride.
John says Mason Garcia on a quarterback keeper. By the way, that is my answer as well. Quarterback draw for a Mason Garcia touchdown. Bubba says Shane Calhoun off of play action. Mark says Keaton Mitchell on a surprise WWE style run-in. Scouts Focus says Holton. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for participating. Zach says Marlon Gunn at the big house on a breakaway 48-yard screen pass that goes all the way. Pirates started scoring on a screen pass 2 years ago.
In Charlotte against App State. That's when we found out about how much speed Keaton Mitchell really had.
Power 5 Pirates says Mason fake handoff touchdown. Little read option action. Matt is going with Josiah Hatfield. Tommy says Ryan King. Okay. New wide receiver. Nicholas said Mason Garcia. GG said Gunn. Dylan said Alex Flynn. Blake said Shane Calhoun. And Pirate 24/7 said Rajay Harris. No question.
My guy.
My guy.
You want to know my answer?
I do, but I haven't asked you yet, so relax. Raffy says Garcia on a read option. All right, now I'm going to ask you.
So somebody said Ryan King.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Kerry King.
Okay.
Across the middle, breakaway. He gets away from the safety, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Scary Kerry.
He's due. Because we've seen him have back-to-back really good springs. I feel like he's come on. We saw him actually play quite a bit last year for East Carolina and get into some action. And I think he's going to start off the year for East Carolina with a touchdown.
Can we table this for one moment?
Sure.
All right, we tabled it. So earlier, a moment ago, now I got to find out who put this in the...
Ooh, I did see this.
In the comment. Well, you know what, Chandler? You got to bring it to the table, bud. You got to bring it to the table.
Put them on the table?
You got to put them on the table next time. Now I can't find who was asking about Cliff and his comments on social media. I was only looking at Twitter. But thanks to Matt for bringing this to my attention, and the Moodster, John Moody. So Cliff Godwin, 22 hours ago on Facebook, put out a picture of a quote, a graphic quote of Steph Curry. And it said, "Dad, if they didn't want me then, I don't want them now. F them. I'm staying at Davidson." That was to his dad when Duke recruited him after not taking him as a walk-on the previous year. So,
I take that as you will.
Yeah, that's a social media post from Cliff Kyle. And then, maybe he's talking more to his current guys that are there, that are coming in saying, hey, remembered who brought you in, who loved you?
Or if maybe he just liked the quote. Maybe he just read it and said, that's a good quote. I'm going to post it.
Can't get inside the brain of another man or woman.
If you could, whose brain would you get inside of? I'm going Elon Musk.
Why?
He just seems like a very interesting guy with a mind that works in mysterious ways.
Okay. Connor, you got an answer? Whose brain would you get inside of if you had the chance to?
That's actually a tough question. I've definitely thought this to myself before.
Okay, I like that you're a deep thinker.
So you said Elon Musk, Chandler?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shit.
Whoa! All right, cut Connor's mic.
Yeah, Connor's done.
Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
Well.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Connor's done for the day.
Connor's done.
If you wanted his answer, we'll have to wait for another day.
I want to get in the mind of Connor to see what he was thinking.
What was he thinking? All right.
Like he was quieting somebody before you hit with the IT.
Connor. All right. I'm going to go with
Albert Einstein.
Andre 3000. Interesting guy. I don't know. It's the first name I thought of. Jamie says, time for a new major for Connor. He's out of the business. He's got canceled. Right out of the business. We're giving him a break. Connor, we're going to get on you, but it's all right.
I'm just messing with you, buddy. But don't let it happen again.
Yeah. We're gonna.
And you're not the first one to cuss on the air, by the way.
And I realize you're in between, I guess, homes and stuff, and they're struck, but we are going to fine you $200 for that. So just bring that in tomorrow.
And we need that tomorrow, or you're done.
All right, back to the first touchdown discussion. I tell you what, let's reset. Let's take a break. Oh, Moronic Mondays asked about the social media post. Thank you, Jamie. It was not a tweet. It was on Facebook. It was on FaceSpace. That's why I couldn't find it on Twitter. It was a FaceSpace post. Shirley Rhodes, we need to make somebody a winner on a Monday.
Give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Wow, Power Radio, gonna be awesome.
Pokey Dad 3.0 says he wants to get in Mr. Beast's brain. Jamie said, I wanted to get into Chandler's brain, but now let's delve into Connor's. Shirley, what are we giving away today?
How about lunch for two at Tiebreakers?
Michael Winstead said somebody wash Connor's mouth out with soap. Oh, Connor, way to make yourself part of the show, though. Sometimes you got to do these things.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to take one for the team.
You're in Pirate Radio lore forever. So way to go, man. All right, 317-1250, what caller?
I'm going to go with, let's go with 6.
Call 6 right now, 317-1250. You can be a winner. We're back with more after this.
It's the summer shopping season at Brown & Wood. Here with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted number 1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Serving those who serve is a lifelong mission, one that Budweiser supports with Folds of Honor. Together, they've been helping military families for over 13 years by funding life-changing scholarships. So join me in raising a Budweiser to raise funds for families for American heroes. Grab a case of Budweiser today at your favorite local retailer. Proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing, supporting our military veterans and the Pirate Nation since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser, Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint. And no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CertaPro. CertaPro.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Did you know 1 in 5 Americans use alternative wellness practices? And this number is growing, with good reason. Your CBD store empowers modern wellness through premium hemp products. We're the #1 CBD brick and mortar in the world with products for sleep, focus, recovery, and more. Our products are the gold standard in hemp wellness. Your CBD store, Greenville, 420 East Arlington Boulevard, or call 999-5127.
Must be 18 years of age. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service. covering all of eastern North Carolina.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for eastern North Carolina whole hog barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 28 locations to serve you. They are open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or you can visit QualityEquip.com to find the location near you. And congratulations to Blake Henderson of Greenville. Picked up lunch for 2 at Tiebreakers. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Josh O'Neill.
So, Josh.
Big baseball pirate, right?
Big baseball pirate.
Big time baseball pirate.
One of the biggest.
Said, I blame the powder purple uniforms. In all seriousness, wish you the best of luck, AMAC, except for when you play the Pirates. So, a lot of different takes, interesting takes on AMAC. Alec Makarewicz's decision to leave East Carolina and join the enemy over in Raleigh at NC State. All right. Back off the table, Chandler. We're going to pick up our first touchdown discussion. I have in my hand the last 10 first touchdown scores, or I shouldn't say that, more than 10, since 2010. First touchdown scores of the season for ECU football. And let's work our way back, because I didn't remember this one. Who scored the first touchdown for ECU in the state game last year?
C.J. Johnson.
He did, and it gave East Carolina a 6-0 lead. Who scored the first touchdown in 2021 for ECU?
Keaton Mitchell.
Against Appalachian State, and it gave East Carolina a 6-0 lead. Who scored the first touchdown in the 2020 season?
Man. Was it a wide receiver?
Do you remember the opponent?
UCF.
It was UCF.
Because we started the year like in late September.
Yeah, like Rod Stewart said, it was late September, and we really should be back at school. Because Maggie wouldn't wake up, remember?
Yeah, I do remember that. Audio Matosha.
It was not a receiver.
Rajay Harris.
But I'm glad you said that name. It was Darius Penix. And by the way, it gave ECU a 6-0 lead. So, again, the Pirates lost all those games, but had a lead. Also, they were within 5 minutes of the game starting.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was early touchdowns. 2019, who scored the first touchdown of the season for ECU?
You've got to go to the second game.
That is true. They did not score a touchdown against State.
We played Gardner Webb the next week.
Is that why Alec Makarewicz is going there?
Maybe.
Just throwing it out
maybe. We played William and Mary. Or Gardner Webb, I can't remember.
Gardner Webb.
Let's see.
My favorite play in football.
Demetrius Mooney.
Holton Ahlers, touchdown run to put the Pirates up. 2018, season opener. Who was it again? Oh, that was, what, A&T?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Receiver.
Oh, was it Henley?
No, it was Blake Prohl. Pirates did not score first in that game. 2017.
James Madison was the season opener.
ECU did not get on the board until the third quarter of that football game because James Madison was whooping our tails.
Man, I do remember that. Was that Blake
His name
Prohl?
has already been said.
Blake Prohl?
And it's not Blake Prohl. It is Darius Penix.
Oh.
2016, last time East Carolina won a Week 1 game.
Crazy. Western Carolina. No. Yes.
Yeah.
Zay Jones.
It was a quarterback.
Oh. Was that Philip Nelson?
Philip Nelson is the answer. 2015.
Towson, Chris Hairston.
Chris Hairston is correct. All right. Now are we in the the strength?
Because the Coach Mo years was when I was in school and I did a lot of drinking where my memory was not good those days.
10-4. 2014.
That was against, don't tell me, that was against North Carolina Central.
It was the receiver.
That was Justin Hardy.
And it was Zay Jones.
Oh, okay.
2013.
Okay.
Who was that opener against?
That opener was...
I don't have it written down.
Old Dominion.
Okay.
And that...
Oh, Taylor Heineke.
Taylor Heineke, yep. And the first touchdown score receiver in that game, man, it's either Zay Jones or Davon Grayson.
It's neither one of them.
Really?
Yep.
Cam Worthy.
Danny Webster.
That was the game where I thought of Danny Webster. I was like, Danny Webster scored the first touchdown in some season. That was it.
2012.
All right, this is Andrew Bodenheim.
Is that App State?
App State. Rio Johnson, quarterback. And it wasn't Andrew Bodenheimer?
It was a defensive player.
A defensive player. Pick six, I guess. Adonis Armstrong?
I believe a scoop and a score.
Oh, Chip Thompson.
Thompson.
I remember that.
Is correct. I will tell you that Andrew Bodenheimer had the first offensive touchdown for the Pirates that year. So I'll give you some credit for that. 2011.
Justin Hardy.
Never forget that one. And how about 2010?
Jonathan Williams broke one out against Tulsa, I believe.
Wow. Okay. Oh, yeah. That was the Hail Mary game.
Yep.
So not great, but I'll tell you this. If you know, you know. Like you remember the exact plays and everything. So that is a list of the first touchdown scorers for ECU. We have not been good in openers. So 2010, the Pirates won on the Hail Mary. 2011, brutal second half against South Carolina. Worst second half, well, I was going to say in ECU football history, but people say Marshall in the bowl game. Probably.
Yeah.
2012, they won that game. Chip Thompson with the score. 2013, that was a fun one. Danny Webster got in first. 2014, who'd you say that was against? FCS?
NCA&T.
Yeah, all right.
NC Central, I meant.
Won that one. Chris Hairston, 2015.
Against Zach Maskovich's Towson Tigers.
Philip Nelson.
Western Carolina.
Against Western. And the last time ECU's won a Week 1 game. Will that streak come to an end this year?
No.
Oh, man. Maybe next year.
No.
We probably don't have dates for next year's game. Let's see. 2024 ECU football schedule. Let's see who we got in the non-con in 2024. Oh, okay. Norfolk State, August 31st. We'll have a chance to snap our Week 1 losing streak. Look, we can do it at Michigan this year. That's just not likely. Pirates 35.5-point dogs.
Like anybody from the outside, you give them our season opener from 2016 and you say, hey, when's the last time we had our season opener?
When's the last time we won
our season opener? They would get it wrong because they would look at James Madison, they would look at A&T and say, y'all definitely got those wins. Nope.
No,
we did not.
Try again. Joey, what's up, Joe? Where are you, Joey? Where are you at? Over under 20.5 points for ECU against Michigan.
Under.
I would go under.
Under.
Pretty quickly. Considering Vegas is going to put their over under at like 10.5. I would go under.
At the 10.5 too? Or to Joey's 20.5?
Probably both.
Fair.
Why not both?
Fair.
Let's take our Michael Winstead said, great job, Chandler.
Thank you, Michael.
Michael, good to have you back, man.
Hope your son's doing good.
I've been texting with Isaiah a little bit and says he's doing well, and hadn't talked to him in a couple weeks, but hope he's doing good and ready to get back out there to try to make that 49ers football team. And looking forward to seeing him in the preseason, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm going to be flexing. I'm ready for some Winstead preseason catches. I'm excited about that.
Preseason catches, touchdowns, and then what if they put him on special teams, and he's shooting down the field making tackles? I think that
I want to see it all. Show it to. Let's go. Put him in.
Put him in, coach.
He's ready to play. You know a movie that he likes, Chandler?
Click.
Yeah, y'all seen Click?
You ever seen Click? I was 10 years ago. It is a good movie.
Y'all seen Click?
It is a really good movie.
I saw a dumb movie over the weekend that was produced by Adam Sandler.
Home Team?
No. It's called Outlaws. This guy,
isn't he very serious in that movie?
No, he's not in the movie.
He directed it, sorry.
He's not in the movie. Adam Devine from Workaholics is in it. Mm-hmm. It's got a good cast, but it's just a stupid, silly comedy movie that you would love. So I'm going to recommend it to you.
If it's Adam Sandler, if he's behind the scenes on it, then yes. Reason I like Click is because Adam Sandler is the star in that movie.
Click. Mr. Winstead said Isaiah just left out this morning for California. So there you go. Getting ready. Rookies reporting. Fun time of the year. And, man, hopefully you can make it. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. Get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after these words.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Don Edwards from UBE. This year we lost a legend. Jeff Charles was the voice of the Pirates and an ambassador for East Carolina University for 35 years. To honor Jeff's legacy, we are raising money to endow a scholarship in his name by holding a 50-50 raffle on Tuesday, August 15th. Show your support for the voice by purchasing your purple and gold raffle tickets and you could win $10,000. You do not have to be present to win, so get your tickets today at UBE and let's paint this raffle purple for the voice.
The Beach Tavern Bar and Grill has been the place to be for over 50 years. BT's is the best local sports bar in the heart of Atlantic Beach. Located on West Fort Macon Road across from Pacific, BT's has daily food specials, a late night menu, cold beer, pool, darts, and live entertainment for everyone to enjoy. Make it a summer to remember at the Beach Tavern Bar and Grill. Follow BT's on Facebook and Instagram for all the daily specials and events. BT's, the place for fun in Atlantic Beach this summer.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla. It's the best idea ever.
Whoa. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla, that was my idea. My idea. Doritos and pizza. I did that. Another one.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans, plus construction and lot loans. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208-516.
Skip the cooking this week and liven up your gathering with catering from Jimmy John's. Choose from a variety of mouth-watering Jimmy John's specialties, including box lunches, tasty sides, 18 or 30-piece party boxes, or 12 packs of mini Jimmys, made to order on fresh-baked bread with hand-sliced meats and fresh veggies. Pick it up, or they'll set it up for you. And don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit.
Jimmy John's, with 3 locations in Greenville. Order online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
The only thing hot at Russell's in downtown Washington right now are the prices. Hi, it's Russell. Rhonda and I have been busy putting together a sweet summer sale to save you some money on your favorite men's and women's clothing. It's that time of year when we gear up for fall arrivals, so that means we've created some great deals for you. All the brands you've come to love in dress and casual are now reduced. So shop the summer sale at Russell's in downtown Washington, because as you know, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
This is Kim McNeil, head women's basketball coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market. The Dow was up 76 points and closed at 34,585. The NASDAQ was up 131 at 14,244, and the S&P was up 17 points and closed out at 4,522. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back to the show. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Pokey Dad 3.0 says, traveling from Carteret County to Ann Arbor, anybody going to have a tailgate? And I saw you asked previously about a tailgate. Look, you might have a lot of questions going to that game. Where am I going to stay? Where am I going to park? Am I going to dress properly? But
what should I wear?
The question, will there be a tailgate? Anybody going to have a tailgate? Trust me. Trust. Big trust. There will be tailgates. There will be a lot of tailgate opportunities. Now, who exactly? I don't know.
I don't mean to break out a Tony Collins guarantee, but I guarantee that there will be a tailgate at that game.
I'm a ham man.
Before, during, and after the game.
So yeah, you'll have plenty of tailgating opportunities at the Big House. Opportunities. All right, that wraps it up for a Monday edition. Thank you all for joining us, being a part of the show. Had a lot of fun. We'll be back with you on Tuesday with our regulars, Coach Mac McCarthy, Mike Mullis, and Bryce Williams. Also planning to hook up with now former Pirate Tyler Brott, who is taking his talents to the next level, drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals. So planning to hook up with him Wednesday. Planning to hook up with Josh Moylan and Tyler Snead. Nice. The need for Snead. 3 touchdowns over the weekend, and he's on his bye week, and we are planning to hook up with Tyler Snead coming up later on this week on Pirate Radio Live. Also, Phil Steele on Thursday. Landon Ginn, if he has time, said he would join us Thursday as well. So a lot to go, a lot to do, a lot to talk to, a lot of folks to talk to this week on Pirate Radio Live. For Shirley Rhodes, intern Connor, the potty mouth, Chandler Honeycutt, I am Clip Brock. We'll see you Tuesday, 3 o'clock on an all-new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM.